On guys and gals, Mopar Man here again. This video, like I said in the last video, is going to be about me making a homemade battery tray for the Valiant out of my scrap sheet metal that I got. I still have several large sheets of sheet metal I bought from way back when, the 4x8 sheets. Anyway, I don't think this is as thick as the other stuff I have, but I haven't really measured it. So anyway, I didn't figure you wanted to see me going through the process of cutting it out and then putting it in a vise and beating it with a hammer into shape. But anyway, after I did some rough estimates with the steel ruler and whatnot, and anyway, here we are. So here is mine. It's not, the edges are not welded up yet. I wanted to test fit it to make sure it was going to work. And then let's see here, if I can find the old one, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the original, rotted through, real thin. So what I did was I took some measurements with inside the battery tray. I went about a little over halfway off this drop off in here. So according to the length from here, inside here to here, give about 1/8 of an inch gap for the battery, 10.5 inches, and then from here, like I said, I left about 1/8 of an inch gap over to here, same thing. That turned out to be 6 5/8, give or take a hair or two. And then what I did was I compensated when I drew it out on the sheet metal that I was going to go ahead and cut out. I also went ahead and measured this back wall or lip, whatever you want to call it, that puts up against the fender well there. And that's what I did with this second line. Kind of made a rough guesstimate on how much it would be, whether it's a little too tall or a little just a hair short, give or take. I don't really care. We're not going for showroom quality here. And then I left about 1/2 inch to 1 inch on the sides, same thing on the front. And I'll be using so anyway, get rid of this, put this piece of paper up. Okay, so now, ta-da! Now all I got to do is I made sure that it's flat and that piece of sheet metal's up against where it's supposed to be. Now all I got to do is take my handy dandy contractor's paint marker, come up from the bottom and mark the bolt holes, and come up from the fender well and mark the back side. And then I'll use my drill press to drill out the holes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I went ahead and got the holes drilled with my drill press, and I bought these grade 8 bolts with the anti-rust coating on them. I don't have them bolted completely down, but as you can see, it's here. I'm going to use one of them battery hold down kits you can buy at the local auto parts store or Walmart. I'm going to weld, I still have to weld up the seams on the sides, and then I'm going to weld a tab here for that long J hook to grab a hold of. And then I might do one over here on this side too. Haven't decided yet. I got enough room to do it. But anyway, just wanted to show what you can do at your home, your shop, without spending hardly any money. The only thing I spent was maybe 30, 40-50 cents a piece, maybe, on if that, if on these, each one of these bolts. But anyway, I have to take this in, get it cleaned up, get the rust off, surface rust off of it. I'm going to give it a vinegar bath and scrub it down real good and let it soak in some vinegar for a while, and then get it all scrubbed down with some Dawn dish soap, neutralize the acid, and get it out of there. And then what I do is I take a heating torch and with propane, and I heat this whole thing up, of course away from the vehicle, but and let it sweat out the moisture, get all the moisture out of that sheet metal before I start prepping it for primer and paint. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do since this sees a lot of abuse with the battery in there and whatnot, I'm also going to try to see if I can put heat this area up here and put a dimple in there and maybe lower those studs a little bit down below the battery. But anyway, there you have it. Next video, stay tuned, will be this painted, welded, prepped, primed and painted, and ready to be bolted back in. So till next time, hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on the flip side.